Zhang Shuanxing makes his name in the opera costume production business by making costumes for celebrities like Mei Lanfang, Cheng Yanqiu, Xun Huisheng, and Shang Xiaoyun, together known as four great dead actors in Peking opera.
Starting at the year of 1961, he began to learn drawing up opera costume pattern designs on paper. And then there will be people turning those pattern designs into tattoos, stamped onto polyester films. The films would then be printed on the cloth materials. Once it is done, my husband will send them off to be embroidered.
Only when the embroidering is done does the production of the opera costume really begin. The first step of production is stirring the starch, followed by the scraping of starch. Then there is a hemming and the trimming. Of all those steps, the most important will have to be the stirring of starch, for that is the reason why the dragon design is able to be positioned properly. The stirring of starch also helps to bring out the glossiness of those delicate fibers, rendering them astonishingly sleek. Afterwards, there would be the binding and sewing of buttons. The final touch is edge sewing, and only then does the production of a costume reach its final completion. I am 81 years old now, and I started my apprenticeship at the age of 13. Opera costume, as opposed to the imperial dragon robe, is relatively easy to make. That said, the manufacturing process is no less arduous. For instance, let's say we are making an imperial robe for Emperor Kangxi. It will roughly take us 11 months to make that robe, starting from the beginning and all the way through the process of pattern designing, applying materials, and the embroidering. It will take about 11 months before the costumes are sent back. Then there is the issue of size. Different clothes come with different sizes. After the production of a costume, there are still certain tests to pass about the size, the pattern design, and the color. There is also the final step. When we're sorting through those costumes, we must iron them out. That is what we call tidying, and we didn't have the equipment that we have today. Back then, we used irons made of actual irons. What's fascinating about this process is that when ironing them, you must be careful that those clothes turn yellow, because what happens after the demand for costumes dwindles is that we will apply all those pattern designs to the production of cheongsams. That's why we're doing pretty good with our cheongsams as well. Our costumes are indeed very good. President Xi made it a point to promote traditional cultures, and that's what we have been doing since last year. We want to compile a book detaining the works of Mr. Xie, as well as our manufacturing requirements, so that after we are gone, the next generation will still have something for reference.